Our first comedian. I want you to give him love. He's a very funny guy. He's a Jew from New York. I don't know how you feel about Jews in Germany, but that's old shit, you know what I mean? You're just singing around out of Sound of Music. This guy looks so freaking gay in the Sound of Music. Look at him, man. Give it up for Jeff Simon!
Scotty tell you he's one of the top divorce lawyers in Manhattan? I've been divorced so many times I have him on speed dial. All right. You a lawyer? How's everybody going? I was in a bar last night. I was watching a Knicks game. Any Knicks fans here? There was this old Jewish guy in a bar, and he was a racist, and he kept saying, "Get Novak back in the game. Get Novak back in the game." I finally had to tell him to shut the fuck up. I said, you know, the guy sucks unless he's wide open. Just shut the fuck up, you know? Nick jokes, you know. Yeah, anyway, I really think everybody's a racist, you know? I really do. Like, my Mexican landscaper and his wife called me a racist because they got their 1-year-old kid a toy lawnmower for Christmas. Like, do you believe this shit? Like, Scotty said, I'm a Jew from New York. Any Jews here? Come on, nobody, whenever I ask that question, there's got to be a Jew here. Come on. This is New York City. Come on. All right. So anyway, there were 3 classifications of Jews for all you people that aren't Jews. 3 classifications. Like if you have a Mercedes, a Beamer, a Lexus, summer house in the Hamptons, or season's tickets to the Knicks or Rangers, you're a real Jew. All right? If not, you're a wannabe. Hey, would you shut the fuck up over there? I'm trying to I'm not getting paid for this, you know? I had my chance in the late 50s to be a real Jew, but I didn't invest in bowling alleys. That's my big fucking mistake. I missed out on that. And then there's if you're a Jew and you live on the Upper East Side and you lost $10 million to Bernie Madoff, and you don't give a shit because you're able to write it off on your taxes, you're an Upper East Side Jew. You're good, man. You're fucking good. You stoned or drunk or what? Okay.
Everything.
All right. And my favorite period of Jewish history was 4,000 years ago, when the Jews were wandering around the desert trying to find the Upper East Side. But I'm not religious. Like I don't believe there's an afterlife, but I do believe we go to a better place when we die. And anything's better than this living hell, you know? I'm sorry. I've had a bad day, you know? My balls have been itching like crazy all fucking day. God. And, but I was born in Brooklyn. Anybody from Brooklyn here? Brooklyn here? Yeah. Brookdale Hospital. It used to be Bethel Hospital. Bethel, but they changed it. They changed it to Brookdale in '42 when Hitler was winning the war. And I grew up in the '50s. I was a big baseball fan. Any baseball fans here? Oh, come on, everybody's afraid to raise their hand here. My favorite Jew on the Yankees was the general manager. They finally got a Jew in the '70s, Ronnie Bloomberg. I'm sure nobody ever heard of him. The only problem is Mayor Bloomberg was a better ball player than this guy. Every Jew I know voted for Obama, you know, because Jews are liberal Democrats. I don't know if you people know that or not. I voted for Obama because I love basketball. Yeah, like if I'm on a playground and I tell a black guy who's got necks that I voted for Obama, there's a good chance he'll give me a run, you know? If not, there's a 2-hour wait, you know? You ever go to these courts like that by West 4th Street? In the Village, it's like a 2-hour wait to get on the fucking court. It's a tough fucking crowd here, you know? Yeah, and then I love being a Jew, I really do, but I hate doing business with Jews, you know? Because whenever a Jew makes a deal with me, I always get the same 2 lines, you know? I swear on my firstborn son's head I'm telling you the truth. And you're lucky I like you because I'm losing money on this deal. Those are bigger lies. Those are bigger lies than checks in the mail and I won't come in your mouth. Don't believe that, girls. And then, I just want to hear one time the fucking truth, you know? Tell me the truth one time. I'm fucking you over really bad on this deal, but you're lucky I like you because I'm not going to totally destroy you. That's what I just want to hear one time, you know? One freaking time. But I married a shiksa. Does anybody know what that is? You probably know. A shiksa, that's a girl that's not Jewish. We got married by a priest and we had 3 kids. None of them got bar mitzvah. I made $100 grand on that deal. 100 grand. And then we got married by a priest and a rabbi. Does anybody know what a priest is here? Yeah. Oh, good. That's good. That's good. The priest didn't want to marry us because until I showed him a naked picture of my 8-year-old nephew who was invited to the wedding. This guy, he gave me a high five. I swear to God, he gave me a high five and said, I'll do your ceremony, you know? People don't like the truth here, you know? Just want jokes, right? You know, when the ceremony was over, I handed this rabbi a $100 bill. And before I had a chance to ask him to stay for the dinner, this guy ran out the door to the next gig. Started running out the door to his next gig. You believe this? But at least I realized why this guy was wearing sneakers to my wedding. And I got divorced. I divorced my last wife 12 years ago. Yeah, I would have divorced her sooner, but my father-in-law told me if I ever divorced his daughter, I'd be dog food. I had to wait for this motherfucker to die. And then right before he died, I meant to ask him, were you really serious about this dog food line? And this motherfucker slipped into a coma. You believe this shit? I thought that line would do better than that. And, but my New Year's resolution is to do better is to date more women this year. Last year was a total fucking loss. And the reason is, women have too much baggage. You know, women just have too much baggage. You know, like I know this woman. She's really nice. She's got more baggage than a non-stop Delta jet from Nicaragua to JFK. I swear to God. This woman, her son still lives at home with her. He's too lazy to find a job. Her mother has MS. Her father has ALS. Her nephew has CP. You know what CP is? Cerebral palsy. Really. Her dog is on chemo. He has lymphoma. You can't get involved with a woman like this, you know? It's unbelievable. Then I met a woman on Match.com. She was supposed to be 50. She was in her 70s. And I couldn't get this woman's wheelchair in my car. I just couldn't get it to fold up. And then on the way to the restaurant, she made me stop at a CVS to get her ear medicine. And then when she was blowing me in her apartment, it was the worst blowjob I ever got. It was the worst blowjob I ever got. She kept biting my dick really hard. Her dentures were loose. I swear to God. And then she wanted to know if I was going to take her out again. I said, okay, but we have to take Accessoride. You know what that is? Public transportation for the elderly and the handicapped. I can't spend an hour getting your wheelchair on my car. I tell you, the problem I had with Match.com, I put down for occupation, open mic comic. You know what that is? That's, you know, you don't get paid for doing comedy, you perform before like other comics, you know? So this woman emails me and she says, can anybody do an open mic? And I go, yes. And she says, can I do an open mic? I said, yes, you can. Didn't I just say anybody can do an open mic, you dumb bitch? You believe this shit? And then I click on her profile, and her body type is, I'll tell you later. What are you going to tell me? After I buy a $100 dinner at Del Frisco's and buy a $200 bottle of wine? Is that what you're going to tell me what your body type is? She smokes a pack and a half a day, and she never touches a drop of alcohol, which is code for I'm an alcoholic. I mean, do you believe this shit? I'll finish this. I got one more thing here, and then But I asked this woman who has the most incredible ass I've ever seen, the most beautiful ass I've ever seen in the world, to move in with me. She wants a $100,000 line of credit and a weekly allowance. Do you believe this shit? Do you believe it yet?
You're Jewish.
I don't know. So I told her, I don't know, I could possibly do, you want to get up here and do some jokes? This guy thinks he's funny. I thought I could possibly do the weekly allowance. My credit sucks. I mean, my loan shark won't even take my calls. But I said, I can make you the beneficiary of my life insurance policy. It's worth $10,000. Cancer runs in my family. Heart attacks and suicide also run in my family. And can I do one more joke, Scotty? And I get the fuck out of here? I think I'm getting out of comedy after tonight. I don't do well with Jewish women. I don't do well with Jewish women because the last time I was with a Jewish woman, she would never say good morning to me. You know, she would never say good morning. She would say, how's your stock portfolio doing? Can you imagine waking up to a fucking woman like that? How's your stock portfolio doing? And she suffered from a bad case of crow's feet around her eyes. You young woman, you know what that is? Crow's feet around her eyes, and it kept getting worse. Whenever I told her to suck my dick, she would go, suck what? All right, I'm gonna get back to the great Scotty. Scotty.
All right, come on, let's hear it. Keep yourself alive, yeah.